Yeah, let's wait and send out the boot. Let's wait.
Okay.
See what it says.
Okay.
Did you ever get urine or no?
No.
So I'll go ahead and.
You said no reason to take x-rays on the teeth, but
Well,
just
you
will
said
note
that.
that.
I don't think so.
Okay. I know I charted for his teeth.
You don't want to send out that extra blood that we took, right?
I don't think there's a reason. No.
Okay. Let's see where I need to call.
What?
Is he one of the ones that should get the ferret vaccine? Or is it just lion?
I think it's just on in
Okay.
Alright, hey everybody, I recharged my
Did we
phone
get
a
the
little
third
bit.
vaccine?
I know the
Yeah.
Explore
I didn't see
camera is
it.
going in and out of highlights, so I thought I would bring you guys back while Dr. Justin finishes closing up Manny Jaguar.
Like a brown label, it's for ferrets. Yeah. Distemper.
There was an obstruction.
I
Lauren sifted through it to check it out and see exactly what was going on in there, and it was a lot of bone fragments and grafts. So it was definitely
Yeah.
an obstruction, and it likely was not going to pass on its own. So this was a really good decision. So Manny Jaguar, Big Cat Rescue, just finishing up his exploratory surgery.
I ordered a whole set of them, but I don't see the packing slips when they come in.
And is that the one that didn't come?
That was a Gab pen that
No, there was one of the vaccines we unboxed and then there was one that didn't come. I texted. Because it was that, so let me look really quick.
Could be on the back order.
Yeah, I think it's out of stock. Ferret vaccine sounds familiar.
Once everything is closed up and cleaned up, he'll be receiving fluids. He'll get a bunch of injectable meds, and he will likely be under a warming blanket for a little while.
Paul Patterson came except December.
He is going to be moving into the outdoor recovery cage right here by the hospital for
The ops
a
group.
while.
Because you said, I just placed an order with Patterson for vaccines and meds, please make sure they go in the fridge as soon as they arrive. And then other stuff, and then the next day I said, oh, Patterson canceled December because we unboxed it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I remember boxing it.
That was on May 24th.
when we get that I ordered.
Without.
It'd be better if I got an email, because I
Hopefully
save
we
them
keep
in a
them
special
dopey
folder
enough.
and I take care of it, whereas text messages are only good as long as they're on the screen and nobody else. I'll look and see if there's another brand, because a lot of our vaccines were not available, but there's another company making them now,
Okay.
so I'll check. Like the Filovax brand is not available. in
There was
Patterson.
a part 1 to this where you guys saw us bring Manny out of his enclosure into the hospital and make the decision to do the surgery, and then at some point the phone died, so I quickly charged it up again just in time for the Explore camera to freeze. Apparently Manny froze the internet. Like, just that camera was not working. So everyone flooded it.
You could start pulling those meds out there. It's gonna be a lot.
Okay, okay.
Good flu.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so if you guys missed it, on the Explore camera, Lauren was the lucky winner that sifted through what the obstruction was.
Highlight my day.
It was a lot of bone fragment and grass,
And hair.
and it was really gross. And
Sounds really
we're
gross.
all still smelling it, and the good news is that this was definitely the right decision. He is going to need dental work at some point. He has a pretty gnarly canine, so Dr. Gingrich would need to come deal with that. Thank you very much for any and all donations that you guys did on the very first live.
Do they have any questions?
There's always a million questions.
Could you do like a short recap of what you did?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For all of
Just
us.
in
Everybody's
general.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
And then
we
like
did.
the aftercare and like start to finish. What are we looking at?
Are you able to multitask that?
Yeah, or we
I don't
can
know
wait
if
till
I'm
you're
good
done.
enough to multitask.
Yeah, we can wait.
We can wait on that.
As everybody shuts their cameras up. Oh, no, just kidding. I mean, we still do injections and fluids.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that.
I still want to know what I feel
Oh,
like. That's the test.
how come I didn't touch it? Like, would you want to touch it with gloves or without gloves?
Let's see, I'll take some questions in here. So Diana's asking
Like,
if you're going to have to remove these sutures.
No, so I put in absorbable sutures. I closed 4 layers. I closed the linea, the subcu, the intradermal, which is kind of internal layer. Usually I just leave that, but with these big cats, sometimes I put in a 4th layer of skin sutures, so they can rip them out if they want. And these are dissolvable, but they'll take, it's PDS, it could take 100, 150 days for them to dissolve. They don't
Don't
dissolve.
rip them out. You said you can, but don't please.
Can I get some?
No, he will
Peroxide.
not be
Just a little
in a
peroxide.
cone,
Oh, yes.
thankfully. How long will he be in the recovery cage?
I usually shoot for 10 days to 2 weeks, depending upon the biggest problem, and it's the same problem even in the recovery cage, but it's worse in their cages. They will lay down on this incision, and they will get dirt and
Do you want?
possible feces or
I
urine.
need that gloves.
So we just gotta hope it doesn't get infected. I made the smallest incision I could for an exploratory. Pretty tiny.
It's not people.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the entire internet just wants me to say thank you, Dr. Justin, for doing this and following your gut. And
Also for Jamie for
Following
following
Manny's
us.
gut.
yes, you guys followed Manny's gut, and it led you to the right decision.
but it's, you know, he's not out of the woods, and unfortunately, he still has to recover. The biggest problems are going to be dehiscence of the incisions, whether it be this incision or the one in the intestines, which would be very bad if that happens. And so that can be fatal, but that's a risk with any foreign body surgery. So
Definitely.
we just cross our fingers and
What are some signs
Hope that
of
he-
problem?
just like inappetence, you know, looking very, very ill. Because
Okay.
they're just there, they'll have a massive infection if something like that was to happen.
And then Jamie, do you want us to use the transport as a feeding lockout so we can use loadable?
I wanna look
And
at
so
it.
we're obviously going to put them on a ton of different injectable meds. I'm going to give them a long-acting antibiotic as well as an oral antibiotic. And then pain meds, multiple pain meds. I'm going to right now.
All right.
I'm going to block his incision so he has hopefully a little bit less pain.
People are asking how his blood work looked for a 16-year-old Jaguar.
Good. I mean, mild kidney disease, so I don't want to use a lot of NSAIDs, but I would say very good for a big cat, kidney disease-wise, but it's there, so NSAIDs sometimes can make
Oh, he's
that worse.
peeing. Oh my god, squirting liquid.
So this is just a incisional block. So this is just to try and decrease some pain and numb the area, at least for
Oh.
around 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we will put him on the side for fluids.
Yep.
Does it matter which side you
Nope.
want?
They are going to put
Yeah.
a camera on the recovery hospital cage, so
No,
So that was a lot.
just
as
grab
soon
it.
as that
Yeah.
is set up and available, of
Yep,
course,
I
we
just
always
have to
share
do
those
this.
links.
He might pee more. Let me move him.
So there's the
This is
incision.
some GI meds. So this is famotidine
Oh, we'll just leave this here.
and Serenius,
Famotidine.
anti-nausea.
Do you want to go ahead and grab the fluids and get it started? And I'll get the barrier plugged in so we can get in some high heat.
This is a pain med. Some of the bigger cats seem a little more sensitive to it, so I usually don't give it till they're kind of starting to move a little more. He already got an NSAID, so.
Okay.
But a lot of times if I give this too early, they don't recover. They stay down for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So,
Medcan,
yeah, I can't.
that we need everyone.
Yeah.
This one's passed.
Yeah.
I didn't pull it up yet.
How long does it have?
It's more, it's 100.
Oh, yeah. I think that.
It's 56 days.
Yeah. Did you guys start fluids yet or no?
Mm-mm.
You gonna run 2 bags at once?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't she doing it?
I think she thought you were doing it
Oh, I thought,
when you rolled it
What is
over there.
So,
no, he said, can I roll on the back to start fluids? So I told him, I said, can you
Convenient.
get started with fluids? I'll get the barrier.
5.9.
You doing both of these bags? Yeah, and then we can switch it both at the same time. He's getting 1.5.
says needle time.
One's bigger than the other.
put
I
like-
have a 19.
I put like a 16.
Yeah, it
What's
should
the
be.
biggest ones you got?
That's 19, this is 16.
Put 16 on each of the.
So Manny gets actually a pretty big variety of foods that have bone. He gets rabbits twice a week. He does get chicken drums, turkey drums, chicken necks. He actually doesn't get rats, right? Yeah, he doesn't get rats. It's just rabbits. Yeah.
Any other?
They're asking if he will be restricted from eating bones in the future.
It's a hard one because you don't want to take that away from him, and I didn't see any reason for it to get caught, so it could be just a fluke.
Yeah.
But
But it looks like he needs the bones to play those
The
skates.
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's just one of those things where kind of have to decide what's the lesser of two evils. Is,
I mean, we can
Right.
back him off the giant turkey drums.
yeah, maybe just decrease the size of them, but like
Or
they
the
didn't
giant
look like, were they
rabbit.
big bones?
No, look like chicken, like regular.
The turkey ones are the
No, the
drum.
ones we just got.
Oh, yeah. They're both
They were
Yeah.
those little chickens. Or rabbit. Or rabbit.
Yeah, so I mean, it could have been that.
The head of the
It could have been that
Yeah.
a bunch of hair and a bunch of bone and a bunch of other things all got just caught up together. And
Right.
bad luck.
Is that what's in
Yeah, it's got like this flat birch house thing. he's gonna have quite a few things.
Oh,
Leave
yeah.
both sides, the one on the opposite side of the second too. Yeah.
At least it's not red and green.
Right, it's a little ball. Alright, so they are giving him fluids and injectable meds. He's now under this red blanket here is a bear hugger, so it's blowing really, really warm air to warm him up.
Was that for you? That one's me, yes. This is. I didn't shut it off.
Can you kind of briefly talk about the meds now that I'm live? I wasn't live when you guys were drawing them up. Everything that you're doing for him now.
The meds that we gave him an anti-inflammatory. Gave him 2 antibiotics. One's long acting. The other one will follow with oral. This is one of the antibiotics. We gave him anti-nausea, some GI protectants. Give him some more pain meds right before he wakes up. He got the incisional block, which I think they saw.
Yeah, I
online.
did see that one, yeah.
And now we'll just kind of cross our fingers. And the problem is that if this was a domestic animal, we keep him with an IV catheter. We'll do all IV meds, force feed him. Unfortunately, can't do any of that. Can't leave an IV catheter in them.
Right.
So it's just what we can do. It's a little bit not conventional, but I don't think there's another option, unfortunately.
Yeah. The key word is exploratory.
And not domestic.
And not domestic, yeah.
Did they get to see what we found?
Yeah,
Okay.
that actually happened. That's the last thing they saw, and then my phone died, and I was like, well, now they're all gonna wonder what, because it was before Lauren sifted through it where we really knew what it was. So.
No.
He also got a little bit of a nail trim.
I know you're fine.
Are
I'm
you
not
recording?
filming.
Okay. Let's just pop it there, show his teeth again. Oh, tripping over my own equipment.
Well, it's not mine.
Right.
Before going away, can you take a picture of me?
Yeah.
It's on my vision board.
Yeah.
Before we put them away.
Wait, what's the picture?
On my vision board, I have a picture of a curly-haired person with a stethoscope listening to a jaguar. But it's
Gotcha.
out in the wild.
Yeah. We
We'll
could
just
Photoshop in
the
some
palm
trees,
in.
yeah. Too bad we couldn't have, I wish I'd known that. I could have grabbed like one outside before you guys loaded him onto the cart.
Next time.
Next time, yeah.
No thanks. Well, I guess there will be next time.
Yeah,
It's
the
dental.
dental
Yeah, this is-
situation.
And
Oh, there we go. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for all the donations. If you missed any of the lives, there was one earlier and then it shut off and then I charged it up a little bit and we're back. So both of those can be found at dailybigcat.com. So as soon as we get all the fluids finished, we will be waking him up in the transport. So he's got a couple questionable teeth. One's most likely going to be a root canal in his canine. A couple of his incisors look a little funky as well, so there will be a dental appointment in the future. For anyone who doesn't know where the recovery cage is, because I probably won't still be live, but he's going to be right out there. Angie worked very hard getting it all cleaned up and ready for him.
Because it looks like
he will be spending probably 10 to 14 days in that. Once a camera is set up, we can get Deb the link so people can keep an eye on him.
What I'm saying, it looks like there's a hole here, like there's a tooth there, and then this is the second one.
Yes, definitely.
This one?
Except for that.
Is
Or
this-
they're retained. They can be retained.
Is this your first Jaguar procedure?
Yes.
Yeah?
It is.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
He's 98.
Alright, last temperature procedure?
He has no button teeth apart from one.
Sir.
Carol, say great job, everyone.
Oh,
I know we all got it, but
Like I feel like the live people would appreciate that.
relay messages.
One little twofer. I can't even stand it. That's so funny.
So we can turn that one off. It's on the inside.
It does look like a big ocelot.
Ginormous.
Feels like one.
Like not as velvety, but
You want to squeeze in the leg?
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close this down because this is my last opportunity to give Manny some love. So thank you guys so much for all your support, all your donations. Go sponsor Manny, BigCatRescue.biz, and we will keep you guys informed as things move forward. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.